In the 60s, there were a large number of planetariums that were built. At those days, everything was about the space race, and it was also very much, there was a big interest not only in going into space, but in creating the next generation of scientists that would design that next generation of spacecraft. Our particular star projector, the manufacturer was Spitz, and this particular model is an STP. There were only 12 of them built. 10 of them were installed in planetariums. One of them was kept at the factory for display and testing. And the 11th was modified and installed in a discotheque in New York City. When this planetarium opened, this was state of the art. This was the same kind of technology that Apollo astronauts were using. In fact, many of the Apollo astronauts train inside this planetarium. So it's really, in 1966, this was the real cutting edge. And it has one of the most phenomenal star fields. I mean, very, very realistic. People come here and they say, gee, it looks just like the real sky, and that was a big part of it. Obviously, the main supporting fork, the central hub, and then these long parts coming out here, these are the planet cages, and they're called that because here are each of the analogs for each of the planets. So we can move each of the planets through the nighttime sky just like they would in the real sky. The stars that you see in the planetarium sky are a combination of pinholes, and some of them use lenses. It depends on the brightness of the star. The dimmer stars are done with just simple pinholes, literally a small, very small hole drilled in the aluminum. The larger stars and the brighter stars actually have lenses to project them. It was a technology advancement because A, the projector could move in the third axis like a spacecraft does, but also it was the first star projector that incorporated computers. Now, by today's standards, our old analog computers are rather outdated. If you've got a digital watch, it's got more computing power than our computers. But in 1966, this was really pretty amazing stuff, and it was the ability to do that perspective from being off the Earth that made it very unique. So this is kind of like in The Wizard of Oz, the grand old wizard behind the curtain. This is where we make it all happen. If there's not somebody back here actually turning a knob or moving a button or flipping a button, it's not happening. The new projectors are able to do many things that we can't do. It's going to be an exciting new era for us here at the planetarium. We do the night sky very well, but for instance, we can't really fly out to, say, the Horsehead Nebula and fly around through it and change our perspective. With the new digital system, we'll be able to do that.